I mean, you might could email it to
Yeah,
these folks too.
I can
Okay,
certainly
yeah.
do that.
Okay, so the first thing, yeah.
Because
so
that's good. I mean, that's something, that's
it's
good
gonna come in
info.
handy for baseball and Melody too. So, okay, let me know when you're going also.
I'm going.
Okay, so I'm doing we're thinking of the scale as 3 parts, okay? And the bottom of the scale, I'm just doing the open string starting point. We want to remember our natural half steps for E to F on the piano, back-to-back white keys, and B to C for moving chords later on. Okay, so 2 whole steps at the bottom, and a whole step is 2 frets. So I'm going in E, it's open 4, 2, and 4. And that's Farajaka. If you went the open string, Farajaka. If you go the other way, 4th fret, it's the 3rd notch of the scale, 2 whole steps, that's 3 blind mice. And the nice thing about that open string would be you got a lot of chords with an open bass, so if you're in E down here, that 3 blind mice is the down bass walk. That's your benefit of knowing the bottom of the scale, right? Bottom of the scale, and just to keep that going, I would do like same thing for A, bottom of the scale for A, same thing for 2 open, same thing for D, bottom of the scale, even G, just got a high. But the next step to think about too is you can cross strings and do that. You don't have to do it all on one string. You just need to know what 2 whole steps crossing the strings are like. Just to give you a benefit before I go on up, like in G, this is if I was on the string, 2 whole steps. Anytime you cross that 5th fret, it's a tuning checkpoint. So it's like, that's gonna be like the 2nd fret on the next string. So, bottom of the scale, crossing strings. You know, Farajaka, bottom of the scale. So you see another pattern from your G, just to do that. And also you see how Carter family melodies start to, same thing for C, up to C, down to C, the little bit top of the scale. So you see how you get pattern. You see how that works. So you want to be able to walk up or down to notes as much as possible within the realms of possibility on the guitar. So the bottom is 2 whole steps, 4 frets for a start, as a little reminder. And then I'm in the practice of shifting, your first finger taking over and thinking of the middle of the scale. It's the 4th fret, the 3rd notch of the scale, and you have a half step and a whole. And it's still Brother John, and see how they run, and it's the cabbage territory. Pile those cabbage down. So that 3 to 4 is where, wherever you are in a chord, if you're playing G, you hear pile the cabbage down from that half step. I'm just kind of fudging a little bit. But then, so the 3rd notch goes up 3 frets, not counting the frets of your own. So just remember the 3rd goes up 3. So you got 4 a start, 3 for the middle, half and a whole, shift again. Top of the scale is the biggest jump, the 5th notch of the scale, and it's the other note of the chord. You got root, 3rd, and 5th in the chord. So we're doing bottom, root, 3rd, and now the top is 2 wholes and a half. The biggest jump. 5th goes up 5 frets. 7 plus 5 is 12, so top of the scale. The big picture there is, that's the up bass walk. So wherever you're walking, I mean, and it's obvious on like if you have, you know, 2 holes, and you'd be going a half to tuning checkpoint with the next string open. So that works out. Oh, right, say I'm doing a waltz. Top of the scale. And another really good thing to think about there is a walk up to D is going to be a walk down to A, the main partner. So I'm up to the D, down to the A. So that's the top of the scale, or 2 whole steps for A. Does that sort of make sense? So the same notes are going to be used to go up to the main key, and then down to the main partner, D and A. So you're doing, let's see, and also on the top of the scale, you might not want to put that many notes in there. So what they do a lot of times, one other really good concept, I'm going fast, I realize.
No, that's fine.
You can put this in the Amazing Slow Downer.
Yeah,
And,
that's why I've got this on, so I can go back and watch this later and
well,
remember.
the top of the scale has, if you can play another thing, the 6 notches of the scale, like I'm in D, say, if you can play short and bread, that's in the top of the scale territory, leaving out one note, the pretty note. You know, if you go, you got that, you know, you'd have a major 7 if you. So they'll leave that out a lot of times, like Angelina the Baker is, they don't do that pretty. They don't do all the notes in the top of the scale. They just leave out one. But the traveling note, if you can play short and bread, that's just 5, 6 in the top of the scale. 5, 6, leaving out the pretty note. That's a great shortcut to a walk up or down, like down some notes. So the traveling note, you can play short and red in any chord. Say I'm in C. You hear how short and red's in there? So top of, you find top of the scale, try that one time. G, and then A, B, C. Just like I did here, 2 wholes and a half. But you want to go to the next string if you can. So start G and then A, open, 5th string open. And then whole step. It's on the B, it's a B note, 2nd fret. And then the top of the scale, that's C. You're going up, walking up to C. Yeah, so you want to be able to cross the strings. Does that sort of make sense?
So even when you cross the string and come down,
Still the same
the
distance.
principle's the same, the distance is the same.
Yeah. So you can go back down to G, right? And you don't have to do all the notes. You can just go A, B, just do that much.
Right.
Right. Another good thing about bass walks, or good concept is you have right in the scale, or you can do, say I'm going, just a really good thing to practice with chords is just do a little bass loop, like say I'm in G, so I'll be doing G maybe, and I'll walk up to C just with the ABC. And what another good walk, you can walk, if you just got a finger down, you can just walk a bluesy walk to D there, just kind of go in between the scale. That works good. So I'm just doing G. So I'm walking up on the bass to G, just doing 3 of the, just a hole and a half at the tie, whatever I had room for there. And I'm walking up to C on the A string, A, B, C. And I'm going to use that 2nd fret on the 4th string, walk bluesy down, 2, 1, open, and back to C. So you want to do the same kind of thing. Say I'm in the key of D. So you can make up your own little chord loops and start to try to find those walks. So in D, remember that thumb hook was a nice thing. If you can get your thumb down there on that 2nd fret, it's a nice, it's just a part of the leading tone. But let's don't even worry about that. Let's just do a D. And I'm going to walk the bass up to G. And now I'm going to do that bluesy walk to A, that 2nd finger. Same maneuver. So you start to see the same, or even, I can do a bluesy walk there. Does that sort of make sense?
Yeah, that's cool.
Or you can do a long walk up to D. Bass, I'm going open 2, 3, up to G. And you'll hear them, get used to them. Now here I'm doing just that. I'm not staying in the scale. I'm doing kind of a bluesy walk. So that's another in the scale or a bluesy walk. Well, I'm just going out of the G chord. I'm going from B, but the scale, that B flat. See, I'm doing a chromatic. So no, just play your G chord, just hold your G chord. So I'm just using the note I already have there, picking that B note, that 2nd fret. Yeah, and then scoot it back one for a bluesy note. On the same, just scoot it back toward the peg. Yeah, no, same string back to the open, so going down to that open. A bluesy walk.
You want to
The A chord. So we're in D, I'm doing D, G, and A, like the 1, 4, 5 chord, right? But just give you ideas to make up your own loops.
Yeah.
Always in D, you could always do 3 blind mice, right out, pretty down walk, right? Or you could go that bluesy, right? Or you could go, or. You got a lot of possibilities. Anything, as long as you get to the D at the right place, as long as you get to the chord note, the root of the chord, the main thing. So just about anything works, but you can just practice the easy stuff first. Anyway, with the 3-part scale, 4 start, 4 frets, 2 whole steps, middle, a half, then a whole, and top was 5th goes up 5 frets. So just remember, I call it the 4-3-5 system. But the big picture is, like say I'm in E, they want you to sit in the bistro and noodle in the corner just for a half hour, and they want to pay you $1,000. They just need some mood music, they're going to give you all the wine and cheese you want, $1,000, and perhaps a Mercedes or something. I can't remember the deal. It's a pretty good deal. You don't want to mess up on that one. So anyway, if you know where you are, you got an E chord. So what happens, you're going to have, it helps to, we'll just do an E, but you know the bottom starting here. 2 whole steps, right? Half and a whole. So we'll just practice being able to do that on one string. And get used to those little, you can almost like imagine they're fluorescent dots there. And if you're just playing an E without even changing strings, when I go to this note here, that's the 5th note. So I know it's 2 wholes and a half. See, that's the top of the scale. Right from here.